decided to pick up the camera today, and by pick up the camera I mean put it on a tripod and talk to it, cause just got done swimming with Neil and the crew, and for whatever reason decided not to bring my camera. I felt like as I was packing Dylan up, I just felt like I was bringing too much, and then I forgot her diaper bag. Just got back, coached this morning. I'm gonna try to put together a couple videos, something that I recorded on Friday, the workout. I wanted to talk over it and discuss, you know, why I scaled and the importance of scaling to sort of start opening up that conversation. And of course I want to do a more serious future video with that. Might be a good opportunity to talk about why specifically I scaled that workout. Hop in the shower, wash this chlorine off of me, and come back in here and finish up whatever I need to get done. Worked out Sunday, and it was a pretty short workout. We did the regional event number 4. It was the one with 21:59 muscle ups and dumbbell overhead squat, single arm, and I scaled to pull-ups and dips, and then a 50-pound dumbbell, and I only finished the 21s, and I barely got the pull-up and dips done for the 15s. And then I just sort of checked out for the rest of the time. They did some deadlifts, Neil did another workout at 5 p.m. and then we went out to dinner, which was kind of cool because we were celebrating Neil winning his division qualifier. So I'm gonna go take a shower, and then I'm gonna record my sit and talk for scaling Friday's workout. I'm actually gonna have to figure out what workout this is because I don't know what it is. I need to look it up. Games.crossfit.com. I think it's workout number 1, but I could be wrong. Dang it. Clicked on a name. Workouts. Visual. Yes. Workout 1. Alright, so I wanted to do a quick video on scaling, since I mentioned before that I have quite the interest in the topic of scaling as a coach and as an individual who does CrossFit all the time. So I see sort of the full spectrum of what scaling actually means, and even more specifically now that I'm working on getting back into shape and working with this sort of condition that is limiting my ability to work out. Instead of doing a full-blown like scaling video just specific to that, I wanted to talk about I wanted to talk about a workout I did on Friday, and that's CrossFit Regional's event number 1, 1200 meter run, 4 strict handstand push-ups, 8 chest to bar pull-ups, and 12 air squats. 12 total rounds after the run. So the run is a buy-in, and then you do those 12 rounds. This is all with a weight vest on. I did not do it with a weight vest, nor did I do it RX for the movements. I am fully capable of doing chest bar pull-ups. I'm fully capable of doing strict handstand push-ups, and the squats, I mean, you don't really scale the squats. I didn't scale the air squats. You could if you're not able to get full depth or your chest falls down. You can use an upright to help with your chest. You can sit on a box to stand up. Those are movements that you can use to replace air squats if that is something that you need to scale. I'm gonna show the workout and sort of talk through how I'm feeling, and I'm gonna actually watch it a little bit and have some comments. Obviously you can't really scale a run either. You can, if your knees cannot take the impact of running, even on a true form where it's less impact, I definitely do not recommend using an elliptical. An elliptical machine does nothing for you other than create a perfect circle for your feet to ride on. The fact that it's attached to the arms means that it's as soon as you get it going, you're not doing work anymore. It's all momentum based. What I would recommend is picking a separate movement that would boost your heart rate, like rowing or a ski erg. Or a bike, if those are lower impact for your knees and can replace running easily. So I did not scale the run, even though I feel like I should have. I maybe should have ran less than 1200 meters, just because there's times let's just start from the beginning. So I started running, and I think my pace was pretty good. I was actually pretty surprised. I've been doing a little bit of running in the mornings with Neil on Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's sort of the first session before we go into working out that day. I'm at a good pace. I'm doing pretty good. And then I kind of jump forward to a quarter of a mile, and I start to slow down just a little bit. And slowing down even more, really starting to slow down. And then Neil even comes up to me and tells me, don't blow it out, just, you know, cruise at your pace, get the workout done, no need to crush it. So you can tell that my pace is much slower. I'm breathing pretty heavily, There was a point where I just could not run anymore, and I needed to stop. I was breathing super hard, grabbed onto the handlebars, and just sort of kept walking, try to keep moving. This can be both good and bad for you. So good because I'm still moving my feet and I'm pushing the treadmill, there's a little bit of resistance, but bad because I'm fully supporting myself by my arms and no longer using my legs. So one thing I would change about that is probably just put my feet down on the sides. Take a quick breather and then jump back on, because it's not the same as being out on the track or running out on the street, where if you start to walk, you're actually still physically 100% using your legs. The purpose of that workout, I'm sure you can't touch the handlebars when you're at regionals. That would probably be a no rep. Anyways, there's several more times that I stop and walk, and that's just my conditioning. Like, it has changed dramatically since getting sick. I think the run itself took me about 8 minutes and 45 seconds, maybe a little quicker, 8:30 maybe, because Nick started his run at 9 minutes even. I scaled my handstand push-ups to regular push-ups on the ground. This is an option, although it should be the last resort as far as handstand push-ups are concerned. Scaling handstand push-ups is recommended if it's something you either never done or have little practice doing. Going inverted is very scary, and if you've never done it before, can be dangerous. Also, it was a strict handstand push-up, so no kipping. You could modify to a kip if you do have those. But if you are unable to do at least the 2 to 3 in a row without struggling, there's no business doing strict handstand push-ups or even the kipping. Move on to something less, and that's, for me, I did push-ups just because it was a quick thought, but what I should have done is grab some heavy kettlebells and done strict presses with those kettlebells, because that's going to put my press into the same motion that a handstand push-up is. It might not be as heavy as my 266-pound frame now, but it is something that would have worked that strength. The other thing to consider here is there's 12 rounds. That is a lot of rounds to do anything strict or anything high skill. So handstand push-ups is a high skill movement, and you should definitely scale it down. If, like I said, you're only able to do 1 at a time or do 2 at a time, it's going to be a much longer workout, and that's unnecessary. So move to a movement that is challenging, but you can bang out the 4 and then move on to the next movement. And as you can tell, I have to rest between each movement, pretty much required rest every single movement. I did jumping pull-ups instead of doing regular pull-ups, which would have been a modification to chest-to-bar, which is a modification from weighted chest-to-bar. The only reason for that is my upper back has still been really bad with recovery, and I think we did some pull-ups 3 days before, and I was still sore. We did something that was upper back heavy, intensive, and man, I hate when my hair gets all weird like that. I resort to jumping pull-ups, which is still a crazy workout. So for those of you who are worried about doing jumping pull-ups because it might be too easy, try doing 12 rounds of 8 with all these other movements and let me know how you feel. 1, you're jumping, so you're doing a little extra movement. 2, you get a bicep pump if you do it right. So it shouldn't be like a double under where you're just like dun 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 da 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 da. You should be jumping. You should find a bar that is challenging enough for you to where when you jump, you still have to pull just a little bit to get your chin over. I was jumping a little fast on this one, so I might have been able to go a little bit higher, but you really don't want to get to a point with the jumping pull-up where you have to jump up to the bar then pull. That kind of defeats the purpose, and it changes the dynamic of the pull-up. So this is actually turning into more of the video I was talking about with scaling in general. So I don't know, maybe that's what this is. Lastly, air squats. Didn't change them. Didn't have to. Air squats are air squats, right? I have great mobility. I'm able to effectively do the 12 in a row, slowing down on the last 4, and that was fine for me. Damn, I just realized Nick is even going pretty slow for his run, but he's also wearing a 20-pound weight vest. So since this has turned into like a general scaling video, I'm going to close it out since we're at about 9 minutes and 52 seconds. There's a couple times where I'll probably delete a 3-minute section, but scaling it has a really bad stigma, and for one is because everybody wants the RX badge, and while it is awesome to get that RX, it's not awesome if everybody else's time is 5 to 5 to 8 minutes faster than yours, and you got the RX just because you did the weight or the skill required. We need to change the mindset in that this scaling is more powerful than RXing. If there's a moment where I'm trying to advocate this more as a coach. When someone wants to go RX, I'm not trying to down talk them or bring them down to a different level. I'm just trying to help them understand that a workout with 12 rounds with a very high skill movement that you can barely do for 4 rounds is going to be a bad workout. If you have to spend 30 seconds between or 15 seconds in between each rep to recover, then it's going to turn into more of an interval workout, which is not the purpose of something that's either an AMRAP or for time. For example, I had a member the other day doing this, was it this workout? It was a similar workout that included handstand push-ups with a partner, and he popped up and did 3 in a row, and the last one looked kind of struggly, and I asked him, so how do you feel about doing that for, I think it was a 20-minute AMRAP, and the average score was about 13 rounds combined, so 13 per partner. And he's like, well, I mean, I could probably maintain 4 for the first 5 rounds, and then after that it'll probably fall down. And I said, so let's consider doing the scale, which for the class was taking kettlebells or dumbbells and strict pressing them. And I was like, let's consider doing that with just a heavy load that you can maintain for 13 rounds. Because the idea of these workouts and most CrossFit workouts is to move fast and get your heart rate up. If you're spending too much time practicing a movement in a workout versus getting your heart rate up, then you change the dynamic of the workout. There's a place and time for practicing movements. You can design those workouts either on your own or by sending me a DM, and I will help you build a practice workout, or asking your coach, hey, is it okay that I spend 10 minutes after class to practice a skill, and can you help me make a quick little workout for that? If it's a good coach, he or she will take the time to give you a 10-minute EMOM with 5 pull-ups and 5 dips. That's a great example for practicing a push-pull scenario. Because that's the other problem. Everyone wants to RX, but no one wants to practice the movements that are required in those workouts. Muscle-ups, chest-to-bar pull-ups, handstand push-ups, cleans even. Until you've mastered the movements and can properly perform them over and over and over again without breaking down quickly, is when you start to when you can start getting that RX on the board. I hope this was informative. I hope this helps a lot of you sort of take a good look at a workout and decide whether or not you should scale it. Hopefully this also sparks some interest in scaling a little bit more often and building towards that RX. But anyways, I hope you liked the video. It's a little bit of a different format, trying something new. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure to check out my other vlog episodes if you're new. They are in a playlist called Daily Posts. There's 193 of them already uploaded. So if you're brand new and you like to binge watch, check them out. But yeah, if you're not new, make sure to hit the like button, leave a comment, share this video. Those are the things that help grow the crew. And until next time, I'll see you later, crew.